Have you ever wondered why Senegal, known as one of Africa's most stable democracies, is currently on edge? Well, let's explore this together. Senegal, a vibrant country on the western coast of Africa, has been a beacon of political stability and democratic governance in a continent often marred by political turmoil. However, recent events have painted a different picture. The unexpected postponement of the much-anticipated elections has raised eyebrows, ignited tensions, and sparked concerns both within and beyond Senegal's borders. This sudden shift has left many questioning the future of democracy in the country. Could this be a sign of democratic backsliding, or is it simply a bump in the road for this resilient nation? The political landscape is fraught with uncertainty, and the stakes are high as the world watches with bated breath. Stay tuned as we journey through the chronological events leading up to this political stalemate. The journey to the election day in Senegal was fraught with unexpected twists and turns. The path to democracy is often winding, but in Senegal it became a veritable labyrinth of political intrigue and public outcry. Let's start with a significant event that altered the political landscape: the disqualification of two major opposition figures. This was a move that sent ripples through the nation. The disqualification was seen by many as an attempt to manipulate the electoral process, a claim that the government vehemently denied. The disqualified candidates were pillars of the opposition, their absence from the race leaving a void that other candidates scrambled to fill. The disqualification sparked a wave of protests across the country. The people of Senegal took to the streets in droves, their voices echoing through the cities and towns. They voiced their discontent, their fears, their anger. They demanded transparency, fairness, and the restoration of the disqualified candidates. The protests were a testament to the resilience and spirit of the Senegalese people, a vivid display of democracy in action. In response, the government found itself in a delicate position. It had to balance the need to maintain order and the rights of its citizens to protest. It was a tightrope walk, and the government's response was met with mixed reviews. Some praised it for its restraint and efforts to maintain peace, while others criticized it for what they perceived as a heavy-handed approach. And while all this was happening, the election day inched closer. The political climate was tense, the atmosphere heavy with anticipation. The disqualification, the protests, the government's response, all of it was leading to a single point in time: the election day. But as the day approached, the people of Senegal and the world waited with bated breath. The stakes were high, the consequences far-reaching. This was not just about who would lead the country for the next few years. It was about the future of democracy in Senegal. Little did anyone know, the climax was yet to come. The election day arrived, but the results did not. This was the chilling reality that the people of Senegal woke up to. The sun rose, casting long shadows over the polling stations, but the much-anticipated announcement of the election results was nowhere to be seen. This unexpected delay was like a stone dropped in the still waters of a peaceful lake, creating ripples of tension that reached every corner of the country. As the hours ticked by without any word from the government, the atmosphere grew thick with uncertainty. The streets that were once filled with the hustle and bustle of everyday life now echoed with whispers of concerns and speculations. People huddled in groups, sharing their fears and conjectures, each rumor more alarming than the last. The marketplace chatter was not about the price of fish or the quality of fabrics, but about the fate of their nation. The government's silence in the face of this mounting tension was deafening. No official statement was issued regarding the delay. No explanation was given for the deafening silence. This lack of communication only added fuel to the fire of rumors. It was as if a thick fog had descended upon the nation, making it impossible to see the road ahead. But amidst the chaos and confusion, the resilience of the Senegalese people shone through. They refused to let the fear take hold of them. They stood together, united in their resolve to see their nation through this period of uncertainty. While they waited for the results, they held on to the hope that their voices would be heard, that their votes would count. Yet the wait was long and grueling. Every day seemed like a year, every night a decade. The tension was palpable, the anxiety almost tangible. It was a test of patience, a test of faith, a test of their belief in the democratic process. As the days turned into weeks, Senegal held its breath. The nation was on edge, waiting, hoping, praying for a resolution. The long wait was not just for the election results, but for the dawn of a new day in Senegal's political landscape. Today, Senegal stands on the brink, waiting for a resolution. As we speak, the streets of Dakar and other major cities are awash with the colors of protest. Citizens, young and old, are raising their voices, demanding a clear path to democratic elections. Their spirit, determination, and resilience echo through the boulevards and alleyways, creating a symphony of hope, anxiety, and anticipation. On the other side of the coin, the government's response has been a mixed bag. Attempts to restore order have often escalated into clashes, further fueling the tension. Yet there's a persistent call for dialogue, a sign that all is not lost. Meanwhile, the international community watches with bated breath. The United Nations, African Union, and other global entities have expressed concern, urging restraint and a peaceful resolution. Senegal's reputation as a beacon of democracy in West Africa is being put to the test. The future of one of Africa's most stable democracies hangs in the balance. In these tumultuous times, what are the key takeaways from the Senegalese political crisis? Firstly, we've journeyed through the political quagmire that has gripped Senegal, the road to the election day fraught with tension and uncertainty. The unexpected turn of events, where the results were postponed, only added fuel to the smoldering fire. Secondly, we've delved into the long wait, an agonizing period for the Senegalese people who were left hanging in the balance, their future uncertain. The wait was not just a delay in the announcement of results, but a reflection of the larger struggle for democracy in the country. Lastly, we discussed the current state of affairs, a nation on the brink, its people yearning for stability and progress. Yet, in the midst of the crisis, there's a resolute spirit, a testament to the resilience of the Senegalese people. As we continue to watch the unfolding events, one thing is clear: the future of Senegal's democracy is a story that is still being written.